All right, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little something new for my channel. So I'm just gonna get comfy and talk to you guys. So for today's video, I wanted to do something that was a little bit closer to home for me, and I thought that may be able to help you guys out for whoever's watching. I wanted to talk about kind of my experience and my story over the past, I would say, year and a half now. I've been growing a lot as a person, and that's kind of the reason for me starting out this channel. Sorry, it's the morning and I have morning breath. Let me get some water. So yeah, I'm kind of just finding myself as a woman, as a young adult, and as just a human being in this world where we're at today. So this video is going to be my story / my advice on moving out at a young age. I personally moved out at the age of 18, and it was a huge step. It happened very sporadically. I wasn't necessarily planning on leaving when I did. Do I regret leaving when I did? No. And do I regret doing what I did? No. I have learned a lot, but as far as what you should prepare yourself for when you're planning on moving out of a place where you've been stabilized for a long time, there's a lot of things that come after that you're not necessarily anticipating. But if you have that thick skin and if you have the will and it's what you want to do, then you're gonna find a way to get it done. So I think starting this out, I first wanted to talk about just when you're getting ready or when you're thinking about moving out at a young age, a couple things to just keep in mind is you wanna make sure that you're moving out somewhere you're gonna feel comfortable. You don't wanna move out and then feel like this place isn't your home. Rather, if you have to bring an animal with you, if you have to get an animal, if you have to bring something from home where you're moving out of that makes it feel like home for you, or if you have to bring your blanket or whatever the case may be. For me, for instance, I asked if I could remodel the entire room where I'm staying, just so it could be mine. So I'm not moving into something that already was established. I'm establishing my own. Definitely, I think the main thing is just make sure you're moving somewhere where you feel very comfortable, or if you don't feel comfortable in the first minute or the first day, then get things or do things that will make you feel comfortable. Another thing is you never want to move somewhere that you cannot afford, that you are not ready for financially. There are a lot of things besides household things. Once you're out on your own, you're not going to have your parents paying for your dentist bill. First of all, they're not going to be paying for toothpaste, toilet paper, whatever the case, paper plates, napkins, there's garbage bags, garbage cans, like there's a million things. I'm just looking around the house like what did I have to get? There's a million things that you have to get after you move. Not necessarily you can take everything with you because you were probably already living in somebody's house where they already had everything. You're not going to be able to take everything there, so you're going to have to pretty much start out on your own. And all those things, guys, they add up very quickly. So yes, when you're moving out, I do recommend trying to find the budgets and trying to find the deals, just so you can save your coins. Of course, if you're a big baller, go ahead. But me, when I moved out, I had just bought a brand new car. So I'm forking out so much money towards my new car. Mind you, I got a flat tire like 2 months after I moved out. And that was like $250 just gone just to a tire that I already had. It's like those things you don't even think that are gonna come up, but trust me, they come up. So really just make sure that either you talk to somebody who's already done it or you watch this video, so that way you kind of prepare yourself. So there's financially preparing yourself, there's mentally preparing yourself, and there's emotionally preparing yourself. Financial one, of course, like I just said, you have to make sure that you are ready for the expenses that will come unexpectedly. And as far as mentally preparing yourself, like I said, making sure that you're moving somewhere where you'll feel comfortable and where you can make it your own home, then that is a huge, huge key. And emotionally preparing yourself, if you're moving out on your own, then you're gonna maybe feel a little lonely. That's why I said maybe you wanna get an animal or something like that, just to kind of keep you having some company and being occupied with doing things. For me, I moved out with somebody else, so it was a little bit easier for me to transition into that. I didn't really have the lonely stage. The only stage that I found myself going through was going back to where I was living at before, which is my parents' house. I've never moved a day in my life, so I moved out to a new place, and that was the first time I've ever moved in my entire life. At the time, it didn't feel as big, but now looking back, it was pretty big. It was a pretty big milestone in my life, and being almost a year later, I know as a person that it has helped me grow so much, and all I want to do is just keep growing. Like I said, this is the reason for me starting this channel, because I want to see myself grow, and I want to share that because I know that I have a lot of potential, and I just want to show that, and I want to have it on camera so that way I can see my steps of where I'm going, where I've been, and what I've done. I had left where I was moving out on bad terms when I had moved out, and so it was kind of an uneasy subject for me to talk about with other people because it was so randomly and sporadically that I had moved out. So people were kind of like, like what's going on? Just talking a lot about my situation, and nobody really knew what was going on with me and why I did it. So of course, then once I started talking more about it, getting more comfortable with it, then I started opening up about it, and people started to understand to why I did what I did, and they actually started to support me. I'll say this, the reason that I moved out was so that I could build better relationships with everyone in my life. I was feeling at a space where I needed to find myself as a person, and I was struggling to do that where I was living at. Especially, like we all know, living under somebody's roof, there are going to be other rules that aren't yours, and you have to abide by them, you have to respect them. And some of the rules I didn't agree with. Of course, I didn't go against it. Maybe I did, sorry mom, but I didn't necessarily want to go against it, but I didn't want to have to keep hiding it either. So when I had left, I started staying with my cousin, just sleeping on her couch. She said she could make a room for me. I was just feeling like I was barging in, and being that that was kind of my first stepping stone after leaving my parents, it was just uneasy settling for me, so I didn't necessarily want to stay in that situation. It could have been a permanent, but I decided to keep it temporary. Then I got an opportunity then to stay somewhere where I can kind of make it my home, and that's where I'm at now. And from where I was at when I first started here and to where I'm at now, like, I'm very, very proud of myself, and also the people around me, they're very, very proud of me. And that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life. I just want to surround myself with people who are proud of me, people who want to see me do better, people who are going to help me grow, and people who aren't going to hold me back. So I am just on for the ride. I'm on this YouTube channel so that you guys can see kind of my journey. I love fashion, I love beauty, and this is my life. I'm 19 years old now. I moved out at 18, and I have my own car under my name. I have a house that's mine. I have so many things to be grateful for now. And back when I was getting everything handed to me, I wasn't grateful. And I'm so happy that I made the decisions that I did. I'm not necessarily a God believer. I'm not saying that I don't believe in God, but I don't like go to church every Sunday, and I don't pray every night. But I definitely think that through times like this, that there is somebody up there, and somebody who's watching, and somebody who is just saying that it's okay, and he has a plan for you. And sometimes you just have to go along for the ride. When I moved out initially, I thought that I was just handed the most situation, and I had to make the best out of it. And so that's what I did, and that's what I'm continuing to do. No, I don't like going to my job Monday through Friday until 6 or 7 o'clock at night, but that's what I have to do to be able to provide the things that I have for myself. And starting this YouTube channel, it really helps me being able to express myself, and it just puts me in a good mood. Like, I'll record these videos in the morning and then I'll go to work after, and I'll kind of try to edit while I'm at work, and I honestly just, it puts me in a good mood. It's really a good thing for me, and I really am happy that I started to do this, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. I see my viewers starting to climb just a smidge, and honestly, the littlest of amounts, they make me really, really happy. And so I'm very, very thankful for everything that I have, for starting this YouTube channel, and thankful for just life. Life has a lot to offer. It's not about what it hands you, it's about what it gives you. I said that wrong. Life has a lot to offer, but it's not about what it hands you, it's about what you take from it. So you've got to start getting out there, you got to start just living your life, and you have to start today. Don't start tomorrow, don't start the next day, because tomorrow's not promised, and what we have is today. So make the best out of it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.